Alright, so there's been some movement on the Turbo Duo region mod board. Do you remember this tiny little PCB that I've got for putting right on top of the hue card pins? Super easy installation, but I was having problems with the Turbo EverDrive working with coregrafx and PC Engine, the white PC Engine. I've got two PC Engines and a coregrafx sitting here. And then I found out that the Steve and the TurboCon were also making a version of this on Flex PCB. And I don't have one to test yet. I might get one eventually. But they were claiming 0 issues with the EverDrive. And that got me thinking something's changed or something is different. And I asked, and they said, well, we're using the newest Turbo EverDrive. So I ordered one. You know, on the left is my old, and I actually tore some of that, some kind of spray-on protector to reveal what version that actually is, and it was a version 1.1 hardware. And then on the right I've got a version 2.4 hardware, which is the newest. It says it right up in here actually. And right away you can see this is the main concern that Kevin had, was the level translation on the old one. And it's just a bunch of resistors, and you can see on the new one it has actual level translation ICs on it. So big fingers crossed here that could be the ticket to getting my kit to work without much hassle. And let's see, I've got a couple of them hooked up here. Just to reassure you, this will be a PC Engine. Seems like maybe one of these wasn't hooked up. I'm not getting any power to it anyway. Yeah, maybe I am. I'm on the wrong connector here. No, I'm not. Maybe the mod came apart. Yeah. Okay, so this one needs work. I think this one should work. This is basically the problem I'm having with it, is just no boot, no response. But original hue card games work fine every time. Something's not right here. I keep forgetting I've been turning off the PVM because I don't hardly ever use it anymore, so I've been turning it off. Should be warm enough by now. Okay, so Japanese game works. Take the switch. American game works. Throw in the old Turbo EverDrive. TG16 mode. It just doesn't want to boot. Throw the switch. PC Engine mode. Just will not. sure what mode we're in here yet. US game. I don't have audio hooked up, that's why we're not hearing anything. Might actually be hooked up. Yeah. PC Engine. Works. PC Engine mode. Just will not boot. I know I'm going back over all the same old problems. I just like to be sure. Looks like this one might not actually be working. It seems like maybe there was one of these where I had done something to it. Okay, so we'll just not test with that one. Alright, so let's go back. Let's try the let's try the white PC Engine. And if you're curious what I paid, it was $79. I think that was the original price and did not include shipping. I didn't get any options. There's a rubber sleeve, probably for storage, SD card, Turbo EverDrive label, and a shell that are all options. I didn't get any of that stuff. And I had $25 worth of their points, so I only ended up paying like $61. $6.70 probably meant shipping. You know, and they had it in a nice anesthetic bubble wrap bag. Plus they had styrofoam peanuts in a nice big box. I did a video a long time ago where I got my first NES EverDrive, and it just came in a padded envelope, and I wasn't really happy about that. So let's go for PC Engine mode. If I remember right, we were in PC Engine mode. Yeah. And I have not actually had this in a console yet. Well, it loaded. Got an error. It's quite possible that I need to upgrade the operating system, because I was just using the micro SD card straight out of my version 1.1. I bet that has a lot to do with it, so we'll pause here and do that. Success. I've been letting it run for a little while now, because with the EverDrive 1.1, this is, I mean, I was seeing crap on the screen that wasn't supposed to be there. It was just graphical glitches right away. But I was really shocked at how poor the information is out there on how to get your Turbo EverDrive going. I couldn't find just a step-by-step instructions on how to get this thing going. Apparently on the version 1.1, there was no operating system file. You just put ROMs on there and it worked. But I did find I had some files that said BIOS in bracket and even had system card identifiers, so maybe you can use the Turbo EverDrive as a system card now. I don't know. Maybe I never tried it. But what I did find was Stone Age Gamer has 2 versions of the OS that you can download, and neither of them are right. They're both labeled TOS.PCE. And this thing is looking for OS.PCE, so maybe you need to rename it OS. I'm not sure. But both the files are dated to, I think, early 2013. And then I found legacy files for version 1, supposedly, on Crikey's site that were May of last year. You know, they're less than a year old, and that's what's on here and it's running. I don't know. I'm a bit of a loss right there. That's doesn't seem right. I'm going to contact Stone Age Gamer about that, because it just seems wrong. And there's no how to set it up on Stone Age Gamer on there. There should be. So what was I saying? Let's see. So this pretty much confirms that the TED will work with my region mod board, but there's still a ton of testing to do. Like, you know, I want to switch it to TG16 mode, region flip it. Hit run. I don't see any graphical glitches. That's a win if you ask me. And then I want to take it to the coregrafx, which was the other console I had problems with. I don't remember what mode I left this in. PC Engine mode. Looking good. Alright, so let's flip it into US region. Oh. It's so good to see this happen. Well, I was about to put everything away when I realized I'm not actually done testing here, because the one thing I would like to do is to prove that all the shit that we did to try to make this circuit work isn't necessary anymore. And mostly what I am mostly concerned about is the pull down resistors. If I can remove those and it still works, then the size of the board becomes smaller and the cost goes down, and that's a good thing. So here it is. I'm just retesting. It looks like I'm in US mode on both of these, and all I'm really going to do is just take my soldering iron and wipe those off of there and make sure nothing is shorted together or shorted to ground. Okay, the resistors are off the coregrafx. Looking good so far. Well, that looks like a win. Let's try the PC Engine. Okay, this one still has resistors on it. Looks like I am in US mode. Okay, still working, so let's wipe off the resistors. Okay, no resistors test. Excellent. No corrupted graphics or anything, so I think it's good to go. I can actually revert back to the smaller board and no pull downs. Excellent. So, what was it, 2 years ago or more when I started this whole bullshit process? I mean, I should have been selling these for the last 2 years, honestly. But I held back because one guy sent me his coregrafx to Region Mod and then told me his TED didn't work with it. And for some reason, we got that one to work. And I sent it back to him. But all the testing I did after that, it never worked again, or it was sporadic or whatever. But now, with the version 2.4 hardware of the EverDrive. Seems to be fixed. I'm still curious about that OS file though. That's insane. So, I guess, I don't know, stay tuned. If I do put an order in for these boards, probably at least 2 months before I actually get them back from the fab and assembly. And again, I'll have to put together a test jig, which I'll do it differently this time. I will just put those pogo pins hopefully right on this board. If that'll work, I don't know. Those are really close together. I guess I could get, they do have a lot smaller pogo pins. The ones I bought for the TG16 region mod board they were a small diameter body but a very large head, and I think I need a much smaller head on this one, just because of the pins from the hue card that go up through there. Those things are really close together, but I'll look at that. If you know anything about that OS file, please comment. I'm very curious what's going on there. Very disappointed in the documentation of it. You know, just the how-to. It was very sparse and just not, you know, I mean, it wasn't obvious, I should say. You know, you kind of had to figure it out for yourself, and maybe I'm still haven't done it right. You know, maybe I'm still using an old operating system. I don't know. So let me know. Hope you enjoyed it.